show you how to use the function generator, the oscilloscope. This is the oscilloscope, the function generator. First thing to do with the oscilloscope is to plug the coaxial cable into the oscilloscope and connect the center portion of the cable to the signal and side to ground. These are the basic controls in the oscilloscope. The volts, div, controls you to change how many volts are represented by each vertical increment of grid overlay on the screen. And the time div. This control lets you change how much the time is represented by each horizontal increment of grid overlay on the screen. The vertical position lets you move up and down in the y direction. Horizontal position. This is the horizontal position. Move left and right. Trigger level. This is a tool that allows you to stabilize your waveform on the screen. I'll get into details later in this tutorial. This is the function generator. As you can see, it has the switch, the power switch, the frequency range, the function. It has a sine wave, sawtooth wave, and the square wave. It has symmetry, DC offset, amplifier, and the output for the coaxial cable. First thing to do in the oscilloscope is you have to calibrate it by positioning the green line to the center. On positioning it, you can use the vertical position or the horizontal position. In order to see the waveform, you have to set the volts and the time div. And you have to use the wave function like this one, the sine function. And as you can see in the screen, it creates the sine wave, and if I press the sawtooth wave, it has this zigzag on the screen. And to adjust the wave, you can use the frequency range and this to adjust its length, and the amplifier to adjust the width of the wave. Adjust the time and the volts. It is important to know the parts and the functions of every device you use in order to avoid the errors and to avoid the damage of the devices.